Hi FoodtokTV, my name is Taylor. I'm also known on this app as the Mustard Queen. Welcome to my show, Cutting the Mustard. I am live every Thursday at 7 p.m. Central, so thank you so much for tuning in. If you are new here, welcome in. We go live every single day, multiple creators, a variety of creators, and this is just my special time on the internet for FoodtokTV. Today I'm going to be doing a flat iron steak that I'm both going to be I've already dry brined it. I'm not going to be dry brining it for you, but then we're going to be doing a reverse sear on that, a mango salsa on top, little coconut rice, and oh yeah, Ancho chili butter. Ancho chili butter. I'm so excited about this. Yes, I am very excited about this. So please tap the screens, tap, tap, tap. And y'all, I also have my husband filming me for the first time. This is his first time filming the show, so if he's doing something wrong, be sure to let him know in the comments. Yell at him in the comments and he'll change whatever's going on, okay? Because I'm not the one in charge of filming, I'm just the one in charge of cooking. But thank you so much for joining Cutting the Mustard. I am going to be doing a coconut rice. I've done coconut rice. I did coconut rice a couple of weeks, a month or two ago. I don't know, it was when I did the pineapple planked cod. I did coconut rice and I did that on the stovetop. But I want to do this in my rice cooker because I did just get a rice cooker, so I'm trying to think of like an easier way to go about this. And by easier, I mean definitely set it and forget it. Because when I did that on my live show, I remember it turned out perfectly, but I almost forgot about it. I almost forgot about it. But the thing is with a rice cooker, I love being able to just completely forget about it. I love it. And so that's the beauty of rice cookers. And I'm always looking for more rice cooker recipes, so if you have a good rice cooker recipe, please let me know. Please let me know. And if you're just joining, please be sure to tap the screen. We gotta let Al Gore in his rhythm. Now that we're doing a good job. So I do have some jasmine rice. I've already washed this. I ran it through some water multiple times just to make sure that with rice cookers, you really do want to make sure that it's washed and there's no starch in there. It just works better with rice cookers. Now, if I wasn't using a rice cooker, I probably wouldn't have washed it because, like, who has time for that? And on the internet, you always get people yelling at you to make sure you wash your rice, but I always, like, circumvent that by just toasting my rice. So, yeah. Thank y'all so much for tapping the screens. Ryan, are people tapping the screens?
They are tapping away. They're tapping their sweethearts out.
Giving us a good little finger workout.
Yes, they are.
Thursday night finger workout.
Thursday night finger workout.
So this is 2 cups of jasmine rice that I'm using, and then I just did 1 can. Ugh. Shrinkflation, man. These used to be 14 ounces, and now this is 13 and a half. Shrinkflation, man.
Usually if your cans are shrinkflating, like, you might, like, have an issue. Like, isn't that a sign of botulism or something?
What? No.
Look at the cans are bulging.
No, the can wasn't bulging. It's the fact that they used to sell those cans in 14 ounces.
Right, yeah.
But now that's a 13 and a half ounce can.
Oh, yeah, that kind of shrinkflation. That shrinkflation.
That shrinkflation.
Yeah,
No.
Not like in danger shrinkflation. Yeah.
I mean, I'm in danger in a different way. My wallet is in danger.
Yeah. It's like wallet botulism. Walletulism.
Ryan, okay, so
Walletulism. We're gonna do that.
This is my husband's first time filming me, and I gotta make sure that he knows that when he says words like that, that's not really enticing to bring people into food.
Yeah.
Food shows, because this is a food show. This is FoodtokTV. We go live every single day with food content, all sorts of different creators all the time.
We only condone the freshest ingredients.
Yeah. And you know, words like that aren't really...
No, I could scare folks away, I imagine.
Almost knocked some things over. Where did I knew I moved the salt and pepper grind. Oh, yep. Because these are something that are in my TikTok shop. That's something in my TikTok shop. But like, dude, these are the ones that are they're USB chargeable. I'm obsessed with these salt and pepper things. And all I did, it was 2 cups of jasmine rice that I did very much so rinse. I did 1.25 cups of some water, and then just one of the 13 and a half ounce cans. Some salt. And we're gonna let the rice cooker do the rest. I do love cooking these on the stovetop, and I absolutely can cook them on the stovetop. But I got other things to worry about today. I got a dry brine and a reverse reverse seared steak I'm working on today, and a compound butter. All right, let's see, white rice. I guess it's a long grain. I don't want hard. Do I want soft or regular? Ryan, what do you think?
What, for the rice?
Yeah, soft or regular?
I don't know. Regular?
I'm gonna go soft. Because I have a feeling that even with the soft, I'm gonna let it sit in here for a bit, because even after you make rice in the rice cooker, it's gonna be like 5 minutes you let it sit. But I got a bunch of other stuff I'm working on, so it might sit longer. So we'll let it go soft. Alrighty. So next order of business, we have the steak. Yes, welcome in, people. Please tap the screens. Tap, tap, tap the screens. I do have some moderators in here. My husband is behind the camera today. His name is Ryan. You can find him Getting It In with Ryan. He also does his show on Saturdays at 10 a.m. So be sure to yell at him if you think camera work needs to be done, because this is his first time doing it, and he's also very new to the comments. Is there anything going on with the comments that I'm not aware about?
Yeah, just like when you yell at me in real life, I'm probably not paying attention at you. Like if you yell at me in here.
No, I mean, are there any comments that are going on, or do we have people coming in?
Oh, they said I'm doing great.
Oh. See, now I don't know if you're lying or not.
No, they actually said that.
They actually said that.
Yeah.
Actually said that. You know what? I'm going to choose to believe you, because we are both in it together.
Yeah.
Okay. So, for this, I'm doing I've already dry brined it, which means I put it on this cooling rack, and I salted it pretty evenly, and I kept it in the fridge. And what that does is, whenever something is salted like that and kept in the cool place with open air and circulating, it's going to, with the salt on the outside, the meat is going to, it's basically brining itself with that. Like, it's, all the juices on the inside are going to come out to the outside, grab the salt, and then bring it back in. This is a super weird process, because we're trying to get the driest steak possible in order to make it the least dry steak possible. And so,
have you ever seen Jimi Hendrix light his guitar like on fire on stage? Like clips of that, like shh, like that, bringing it up. Okay, that didn't hit.
Yeah, no,
right.
like. So I did already do that. I'm pulling this straight from the fridge. I'm trying to figure out how that made sense.
Oh, it's like that. It's coaxing the spirits out of the steak, but then sucking them right back in to the steak and kind of walking it closed with a nice crusty, what is it, pellicle? It's a pellicle if it's fish.
Out of it.
Yeah.
And what we're using is a flat iron. I really love the flat iron. It's very right behind the fillet as far as, Ryan, they can't see you when you're thumbs upping them.
Oh yeah. Thanks for liking that.
You know what? Actually, I need to be seeing what this live looks like, because I don't trust you to be telling me everything. Yeah, I did pull out my burner phone.
Oh no, not the burner phone.
So I do have the thermometer, and for this, whenever it comes to reverse sear, because at this point,
she is so rude.
So when it comes to reverse sear, what's weird about this is, like, the drier the steak is when it's going in, is going to be the more moist steak coming out. So I'm going to cook this at a low temperature, 200 degrees Fahrenheit. And this is a thinner steak. This is usually not recommended for steaks that aren't 1.5 inches, 2 inches, right? But they say it's because, oh, I'll overcook so quickly. It's like, well, what if I have the equipment to make sure I don't, right? So I have the thermometer in. It's telling me what degrees it is right here. I'm going to stick this in a 200 degree oven. It's probably going to take about 20-30 minutes for this to get to about the medium rare texture or consistency, and then I'm going to be searing it on here. I was originally also thinking about doing an ancho rub on there. I really did want to do an ancho rub on here. But anytime I teach y'all how to make chili powder, I always talk about, hey, don't over toast your chilies because that's what makes it bitter. And so it's like, why would I sear something when I'm telling you, hey, don't add high heat to it? Because it'll sear it. It'll make it bitter. Why would I do that? So what I'm doing instead, I'm going to be doing the steak. Let me wash my hands real quick. But then I'll be making a compound butter. So that way, as it's resting, I will be making the compound butter, and that butter will just sit on top of the steak, and we'll get all sorts of that ancho goodness. It's my goodness. It's ancho goodness. Wah, wah. And y'all, by the way, I need y'all to notice they have been having a sale on roses at the grocery store, and my husband hasn't bought me any until they had yellow.
Until they had yellow ones and the right color yellow too.
Yeah, they had to have yellow. I would not have appreciated any other kind of yellow. It would have been really rude. But yes. So at this point, I do want to start on the compound butter. Yes, yes, yes. Is that what I'm wanting to work on next? Because I talked about my game plan with you.
Yeah. So you got your rice, you got your steak, the butter.
We got off to a great start.
Yeah, the butter's got to get cold.
Because y'all, if you're new to Foodtok TV, welcome in. We go live every single day, multiple times a day, a lot of those days. And we have all sorts of different creators going on. Our shows are typically around an hour long. I am the worst at that, though. I am the absolute worst. I will accidentally go on 2 hours long and not even realize it. And so we are going to try and be efficient here today. Ooh, this is like super. I roasted this garlic ahead of time. This would have been easier had I roasted this right before the show, but I wanted my oven to be super low for the steak. The steak is more important than the garlic, okay? It's okay.
Oh, what kind of steak is it? It is a flat iron steak.
Oh yes, it is a flat iron steak. It's very secondary. I'm sorry. So the reason why we're not answering questions is because this is my husband's first time.
And I don't know how to answer questions.
No, you can always interrupt me and tell me that there are questions. Ryan.
You're a very hard person to interrupt.
I mean, you've done it.
It's true.
No.
Wait. Maybe it's not so hard. Who's there?
Interrupting cow.
Interrupting cow.
No!
Ah!
No, my husband and I are both very talky people, and so like it's actually something we work a lot on our marriage, making sure that the other person can complete their thought. Ryan, that doesn't count. I want you to interrupt me with these people's questions, so I'm sorry we're not interacting.
I hope I complete my thought.
What is your thought?
That was a thought joke.
Oh.
I don't think she got it.
You don't have to film me going to the trash. It's fine.
No, I decided that.
It's his first time filming, y'all. Y'all, please tap the screen. Let Ryan know how great he's doing, or tell him how terrible he's doing. Do both.
Yes, please. Constructive or unconstructive or deconstructive criticism.
I want him to have a high ego, and then I want someone to come in and bring it down.
Shatter it.
At the same time.
But then build me back again, because that's what we love here.
Because this is how we work around here.
In America.
And you know, honestly, in order to do any sort of social media work, you have to have some sort of ego. You really do. You have to have some sort of ego.
Oh, shit.
So this is garlic that I roasted ahead of time. And I was really irritated because I found out that we didn't even have any foil for it. Because typically when I roast garlic, I will use foil to wrap up the garlic with some oil on there. And I was irritated I didn't have any foil. So what I did instead was I put these garlic bulbs in cupcake tins. and I poured the oil over the top and put a sheet pan over it, and that worked out really well. So if you're looking to not just throw away oil with this, that works as well.
What are we making tonight? Let everybody know.
Oh yes, I gotta remind people what we're making tonight. So right now I am doing an Ancho chili compound butter that's gonna go on top of our flat iron steak that we are gonna do a reverse sear on. And y'all, this reverse sear, I'm gonna be making a medium rare steak, but it's gonna be taking a lot longer than what you typically do with a steak, because typically with a steak you just throw it on the grill and it's done in a few minutes. That's the beauty of a medium rare steak. But I'm wanting to take a bit more time with that. I want a really slow cook because I want the juiciest steak possible. I've actually never tried this method, but you know, how can you know if it's any good if you don't try it at least once, right? I am actually going to get a bowl for this because I want some of these for our garbage bag, our produce bag.
Alright, I'm going to stop filming you and maybe like film the food some more.
I mean, I'm washing my hands. It's not too interesting. These people know how to wash their hands. Y'all, thank you so much for tapping the screens. We sure do appreciate y'all.
You hear the hand washing going on, just use your imagination.
Ooh. Huh? I don't know what joke he made, and I don't know if I'd appreciate it.
Probably not.
Was it at my expense?
No.
Okay. Then I'm sure I would.
It was the Nightman Cometh joke.
Oh, yeah. I don't think anyone else would get the It's Always Sunny joke.
Please.
I'm sure there are people here that would get that. So my idea behind this entire thing, because I've done this before on this page where I did a steak, but it was an Ancho rub, because I did make an Ancho chili powder. I got some dehydrated Ancho chilies and I turned it into a powder. And I've done this before where I rubbed that on a steak. It was our watermelon episode, y'all. People have said that our watermelon episode was one of our best episodes that we've ever done. That was last summer.
I was quite fond of that.
Yeah, I was quite fond of that too.
Maybe we need to do another watermelon episode before the summer.
I think so, yeah.
I think so too.
Yeah, but we did an Ancho rubbed flat iron, and then we did a watermelon salsa over the top. And I was thinking about this method and how I really wanted to try this method.
Thank you for the follow.
Woo! Love it. See, Ryan's good at this already. He's good at this already.
I'm not gonna say good. I'm doing this already.
You're doing this already, yay!
Barely.
But yes, if you are following us, we do live cooking content every single day. My show is on Thursdays at 7 p.m. Central. My show is called Cutting the Mustard because I am known as the Mustard Queen on this app. You can find me at ketchupisgarbage. But we go live every single day. We have 2 shows coming up tomorrow, including Maggie the Substitute. We also have Mr. and Mrs. Crown Royal on their Grill and Chill show tomorrow. So Fridays are an action-packed day. So be sure to tune into that. Oh, I was also going to add some ground cumin. Just a touch, maybe like a quarter. And I did unsalted butter. I think I'm going to whip this up and see what it tastes like. Y'all, but thank you for tapping the screens. I can't tap the screens. I'm usually here tapping the screens. And I'm not doing that.
Oh wait, can I tap the screens?
I mean, you can, but it might distract you, and I need your full attention.
Yeah, you do. Yeah, you definitely need that.
Yeah. Your attention is already a challenge. It's the ADHD world, you know?
Yes.
I am
Definitely
gonna add a little bit of lime zest in there to make it like a chili lime thing going on. And you know what? This is gonna go on top of our steak that we're doing, the one that we dry brined and now we're reverse searing. This is gonna go on top of that, but I swear this would be really good on corn.
Oh yeah, yeah. This is like built for corn.
I'm kind of bummed out that we didn't get corn, because this idea came after the grocery store trip. And with lime zest, we're more so going for the aroma. I didn't want to do lime juice because that would just give this an uncomfortable texture, because lime juice, dairy, curdle. Yeah, let's not do that. All right. Woo! Oh, Karen, you're new to our channel. Thank you so much for joining. I'm on every Thursday. We get multiple people on throughout the week, so be sure you're giving us a follow. We go live every single day, and we're actually home of TikTok's longest running cooking show. That's our Sunday night live show, so be sure you tune in on Sunday. Alright, I'm gonna give that a taste. Salt. Oh, no, I get the salt. Maybe a touch more and a little bit of pepper. Y'all, this butter, because there is garlic in here, this will keep in your fridge about a week, but you can also freeze this and it will keep for about 6 months. Because this is going to be way more than what I need for the steak, I promise.
Loud noises.
Loud noises. Let's get a roll call. Will y'all let me know in the comments where you're from? Or let Ryan know in the comments where
Yeah,
you're
let
from.
me know where you're from.
Yeah, because he loves to tell people where he's from.
Yes.
Ryan, where are you from?
Many places. At which point? Like, where was I born? Or, like, where did I live at somewhere?
See,
no.
Made me sound like a little bit of a liar there, but he was mostly raised in East Tennessee, born in Georgia.
Oh, yeah.
East Tennessee, but you moved to Nashville once it became cool, right?
Yeah. Yeah, I did.
Once it became cool. Oh, got a little heart me. Thank you. Just grabbing a spatula. Our steak is at 77 degrees. I want to pull it about 30 minutes before, or not 30 minutes, I'm sorry, I think we agreed about 30 degrees before we actually want it. That way we can sear it.
Thank you for the team bracelet, Fatherpreneur.
Fatherpreneur, welcome in. Thank you so much for joining. Y'all, if you're not following Fatherpreneur, that is a great live show right there. He's live a lot and he's super educational, and I'm a huge fan of educational cooking content. Huge fan of that. Dude, I'm actually really upset we don't have corn for this butter. So it'd also be really good if you added honey or something like that to sweeten it up as well. But I'm not looking for sweet. I'm looking for ancho. Because I was wanting to do an ancho rub steak, because I have done an ancho rub steak before. But the way I'm cooking the steak with the reverse sear, the low and slow cooking.
Fatherpreneur with the roses.
Yes, roses really smell like. But yes, the roses are very much so appropriate, because behind the camera, that's Ryan Rose, and then I am Taylor Rose. I'm also known as the Mustard Queen. Welcome in. If you're not following my content and you like mustard, you should probably follow my content. I'm known as the Mustard Queen. You can find me, ketchupisgarbage. The recipe for the steak is already going to be up. We have the steak already in the oven. It's a very low temperature, 200 degrees Fahrenheit. We're letting that go on. We also have some coconut rice in the rice cooker, which I've done coconut rice multiple times, but in the rice cooker is my very first time. Huge fan of the rice cooker. I'm going to stick this inside of the fridge. Y'all, thank you so much. And if you have a problem with the cameraman, please let the cameraman know. It is his very first time filming for FoodtokTV.
Or for anything, really.
Or for anything, really. And he takes constructive criticism, all right.
All right, yeah.
Yeah, he takes it
As
all
well
right.
as expected.
Right.
See that large skillet? Loving that large skillet. You know, the large skillet is also from East Tennessee.
Oh, is that? That
Yeah,
brand
yeah.
is from East Tennessee?
Yeah, large skillet.
No, this is the skillet that I
Like
got. You remember when I
OG
worked?
East Tennessee.
I'm not going to mention the restaurant, but you know that restaurant, that one time I worked at the restaurant, and This was just out by the dumpster. Because they were going to throw it away because it was rusting. And they were like, yeah, we'll just get another one. And I'm like, can I take it? Like, I'll just take it. So this is a rescue.
And they're like, yeah, we're just going to throw it away.
Yeah, we're just going to throw it away and buy a new one.
Money means nothing to us.
Right. We're a corporate restaurant.
I don't care about value.
Ooh, already at 79, so we are creeping up with that.
Have some of the 3-notch lodges from the 40s, yes.
What? Oh, okay. You're responding to comments.
Diaz Quince says,
oh, hey there.
I have some of the 3-notch lodges from the 40s.
Ooh. That is an heirloom right there.
Yes, yes it is.
Yes. I am going to be topping this with a mango hab salsa. I have one mango that's questionable, one that's less questionable. Okay, not like an avocado. Huh?
Not like an avocado.
It's acting like one.
It's a mango-cado. Yeah, you like, gotta twist it apart like one.
Yeah, it was acting like one. I wonder if like the...
Diaz Quince also says he has some that's 100 years old.
Oh, shoot. That's impressive.
Those are the good ones. Oh, I love if you can find like an old antique skillet like that. That's awesome.
Oh, yes.
And then you have to use it, right?
Yes. That's really
it was meant to be used.
That's really the only reason I show up to yard sales anymore is because, like, okay, what skillet are you undervaluing?
Right. It says Wagner and Griswold.
Ooh. All right. All right, all right. With the steak, we are doing the Ancho compound butter.
Asheville asks, how are you?
Who did? Oh, I'm good. How are you doing? I'm sure that they're also asking everyone else in the chat. Ryan, a lot of times these people do talk to each other in the chat.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well, I'm talking to everyone in the chat too.
Yeah, you can be part of. You have to be part of the chat. Y'all,
kind of mandatory.
Ryan's
it's what's
first
been
time
asked.
Behind here.
It's what's been asked of me.
Yeah, but you are. Is he doing a great job? Please tap the screen if he's doing an alright job. If he's not doing an alright job, tap the screen to let me know. Oh, this does seem like a right thing. Y'all, if you're just scrolling through here, welcome to Foodtok TV. We do live cooking content every single day. Often days we have multiple creators on a day. We are a team of creators that go on with a bunch of different backgrounds and specialties in cooking. My name is Taylor Rose. I'm also known as the Mustard Queen. You can find me any platform. Ketchup is garbage, or you can just search on any engine Mustard Queen, and there I am. So yeah, be sure you're tapping the screen. Be sure you're following for future shows that we do. Tomorrow we have 2 different shows. We have Maggie the Substitute Teacher going on tomorrow. We also have Mr. and Mrs. Crown Royal for their show Grill and Chill. They've been on here. They've been with Foodtok TV since October. Oh, I didn't even dice that one yet. This one is a little extra ripe. It's okay. It's okay. I'm really confident in my cutting skills right now.
I was about to say.
This is a professional activity. I'm a professional.
Definitely a professional.
No, anytime I'm ever live on this app and I'm doing something that's slightly dangerous, I try to mention, like, I'm a professional. And it's like, professional what?
I wouldn't try this at home. If you're going to try this, I would film it from a professional setting.
Right. With a first-time cameraman.
With a first-time cameraman.
Right.
Yes,
right.
yes. Crucial.
I think I want some more mango, so I think I'm going to get the second mango. And we'll see how different they look, too. Because this is the mango that I was kind of questionable about. He actually went to the store and got me another mango. So I was that unsure. But
Yeah, and those mangoes are ripe right about now.
Ooh.
Oh, that one's ripe for sure.
Yeah, that one was telling me, like, cut me open, take me out. Take me out.
Let's mango.
It takes two to mango.
Takes two to mango. We're in Tennessee.
Ah, yes, we are in Tennessee. Or is someone else in Tennessee?
No, there's asking what state we were in.
Oh, okay. We are in Tennessee. We're in Nashville, to be more specific.
Ain't no place I'd rather be.
Rocky Top! Oh, yeah, we got football starting up this weekend.
Oh, yeah. It's happening.
Yes. And y'all, I honestly can't remember the last time I chopped up a mango. So if you're looking for mango chopping tips, maybe this isn't it, but I'm going to be making this into a delicious salsa.
Joe Bueno is Dallas, Texas. Karen Fleeton is Biloxi, Mississippi.
Ooh! I love it when we get people from all over. Yes.
Yes. Ah, dogs. Diaz, you were doing so well.
Ryan, this is a food channel, not a Vols channel.
Yeah, I know. But
we're not at the sports bar, Ryan.
And you know, I was born in Georgia as well, from Carrollton.
In Georgia.
So, I moved to Tennessee and I got my welcome was when they beat the Gators and ripped the goalpost down. So like that whole thing happened. And then I'm kind of just like, these are my people.
Oh yeah, last football season we finally beat Alabama, which like Tennessee acts like that was, you know, we won the championship or something. But they ripped down the goalpost.
Yeah, they did.
And
Like,
Saban retired.
So yeah, you're welcome, dogs.
Oh, I am desecrating these mangoes. I didn't typically whenever I'm dealing with produce, I don't typically do. I do all sorts of massive research before it. But today I'm just like, oh, it's a mango. How hard can it be? Huh. Which, I mean, these are just weirdly ripe. If you have a perfectly ripe one, it's not this hard. I'm just making... You know how sometimes you watch shows and they make it look easier than what it is? I'm doing the opposite. May as well finish off. We appreciate you tapping the screens. We really do.
We really do. Tap them.
It lets Al Gore and his rhythm know we're doing an alright job. Now, are we doing an alright job?
Are we?
Yeah, let us know.
Uh-oh. I got some taps.
Oh, yeah. Got some taps. Oh, yes. This is a much better... Yes. Okay. This is the mango experience I was looking for. This is the mango experience I was looking for.
Which one is that? Is that the riper of the two, or is that
This is the one you bought today.
Okay.
Yeah.
So that
but,
was...
like, I also didn't have to deal with the pit and that nonsense.
It was firm with a little bit of give, kind of like you would like an avocado.
Yeah, like, and if it's too soft, it's too difficult to push. If it's not soft enough, it won't really cut. No, it's fine. It's fine. But yeah, they do kind of look different colors here. Be sure to point the camera on there while I wash my hands real quick because I'm sticky. Speaking of sticky, y'all, next week, FoodtokTV is doing another theme week with all of our creators. And the theme of the week will be on a stick.
On a stick.
On a stick.
So it'll literally be getting sticky.
Yeah. Things gonna get sticky. And you know what? That's all I gave to anyone. It's just like, on a stick. Good luck.
Diaz Quinte loves some mangoes. And then I think it's ripe time to remind everybody what we're doing here. Why are you here? Why are the people here? Why would people be here watching us?
Yes, hello. My name is Taylor Rose, also known as the Mustard Queen, and tonight we are making We are doing a flat iron steak that's both dry brined, and then we're going to do a reverse sear. It's in the oven right now at 200 degrees Fahrenheit, so it's a pretty low temperature. We're bringing it up slowly, then we're going to give it a hard sear, which reminded me I did need to heat up this cast iron here. I made a compound butter with ancho chilies, roasted garlic, and some lime zest, a little bit of cumin in there for the compound butter, and that's chilling in the fridge. So we're gonna sear the steak and serve with that, and then right now I'm working on the mango salsa. I also have in my rice maker, I have some coconut rice. I've done coconut rice before on this show, but with the coconut rice on this show, I've just done it on the stovetop. But I just got this new rice maker, so I wanted to see what the rice maker could do with it. And a lot of times with coconut rice, it's like super creamy. Like it's like a sauce, but I'm kind of going for like a flaky rice, like a grain,
kind of a loose grain.
Yeah, grain by grain, not like
the grains.
Sauce. Which sauced rice isn't bad, but it's usually a result of too much liquid, right? And
so like the grains tumble together rather than it's not like a sticky rice.
Right. And I am.
Lost in the pantry. Oh, there you are.
We have a large pantry. I mean, you can give them a peek if you want, because it is a large pantry that's kind of a mess. So of course, like it takes a minute to.
Oh! It's a green screen pantry too.
Green screen pantry.
You know, we haven't utilized the green screen pantry properly.
We haven't, no. And so a lot of our items that we have, like our mixing bowl and even this mixer that I used earlier for the compound butter.
Butters from New York's about to eat that whole bowl of mangoes. Better watch out.
So since this is a raw application, I'm going to take out the little endosperm of the garlic. Whenever I'm cooking garlic, I don't
raw
really care.
Application.
Well, yeah, with the salsa, it's a raw application.
Yeah.
Because I usually don't care about the inner green part as it grows, because no matter what kind of garlic I ever buy, no matter how fresh, there's always some of that in there. But because this is a raw application, because we are doing salsa, I'm going to go ahead and remove that, because some say it can be bitter. If you don't, that's fine too.
I think some people say it grows in your tummy if you eat it too.
Oh, yeah, like the watermelon seed. Don't swallow watermelon seeds.
Yeah, no.
I'm still traumatized by that Rugrats episode. Do you know what I'm talking about, Ryan?
Yeah. It's terrifying. That's why I don't like haircuts.
Rugrats traumatized me.
Hashtag Rugrats trauma.
Yeah, I don't think this app's AI is cool with that word.
Oh, I'm sorry. Pound sign Rugrats trauma. That's more 90s, anyways, right?
No, hashtag is fine. I'm just saying that, like.
Oh.
They're not going to bring people on here if they think we're talking about trauma when we're talking about.
Oh no, it's more like entertaining, like Grey's Anatomy trauma. Yeah, like that.
Grey's Anatomy trauma, yes.
Yeah, it's like that kind of trauma.
Which, y'all, one of the most difficult parts, because I've been doing this show on Thursdays at 7 p.m. Central. I've been doing this for over a year now, but I'm a huge Grey's Anatomy fan. And so whenever new shows would come on, it would always be on Thursdays at 7 p.m. Central. And I'm like, I don't think my people are even in the chat, because if they were, they wouldn't be here. You know, they would be watching the Grey's Anatomy. I'd always be so scared someone would be like, did you see what happened?
So you ever tried the lemon mango slices from Walmart? That was asked a little while ago.
Lemon mango slices?
Lemon mango slices from Walmart.
Oh, is it like a hybrid thing, or was it like a marinated thing?
I don't know.
Oh.
Apparently we have not tried them.
No, we have not. So I have this molcajete out, and what did you say that, because the molcajete is kind of another word for the mortar, and what was the other word for the pestle, Ryan?
Don't make me remember that.
It began with a T, I think.
Maybe somebody else around here knows.
Yeah. But basically, a molcajete is a type of mortar. Like, not all mortars are molcajetes, but all molcajetes are mortars. A little bit of salt. A little bit of salt. A little bit of grain helps around. Oh, we're at 97, so we agreed 100 is when we're gonna pull this out.
Them fans are kicking on.
Well, so the sound that you're actually hearing, it's not a fan, it's more of like an electro kind of...
Tamalote.
Tamalote!
Thank you, Melissa.
Melissa, thank you! Was that Melissa Murd?
Yeah, that's Melissa Murd.
Oh, of course that's Melissa Murd. Y'all, if you are not following Melissa Murd, she goes live on her own page all the time, always doing cooking. She does her show on FoodtokTV on Mondays at 6 p.m. Central called The Spice is Right with her husband Mark. They're some of my favorite people. Be sure you are giving them a follow. Me as well while you're at it. I'm Ketchupisgarbage, also known as the Mustard Queen. Oh yeah, I was gonna get we ran out of the disposable gloves, so I'm gonna just get like one of these cutting gloves I have that is actually clean. Over here, y'all, we appreciate you tapping the screens. Tap, 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 tap. Tap, 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 tap.
Ta-da-da.
That was a Charlie the Unicorn reference, y'all. What millennials understood that? Da-da-da-da-da-da-da. Are the roses getting enough airtime?
I hope so. Are they getting enough recognition, though?
Yeah.
I think they're getting plenty of time.
Right. So, what's the point of buying your woman flowers if people aren't recognizing it, right?
Right.
No.
No.
He knows better than to buy me red roses because I don't like the color red. We appreciate y'all tapping your screens. If you're just scrolling through here, welcome to FoodtokTV. We do live cooking content every single day, multiple times a week. Or multiple times a day a lot of times, but every single day. We've been going live every single day since 2021, I believe.
Thank you for the roses, Fatherpreneur.
Fatherpreneur, thank you so much.
And Melissa said they were beautiful too.
Aw, thank you.
Kaz! Well, thank you for the roses, Kaz.
Thank you so much. The gifts make sense to us because behind the screen we have Ryan Rose. His show is on Saturdays at 10 a.m. Central. Mr. Ryan Rose, Getting It In with Ryan, which his shows have been doing really well. And I am Taylor Rose. You know, I never thought I would be someone that would take a man's last name, but then you just had to show up here with your last name being Rose. Just had to show up here and doing that. And it's like, fine.
If only it was like the deal sealer in other aspects of life too.
You just had to show up with a name.
So we can make a business deal and oh yeah, thank you, Mr. Rose, for just being Rose, you know.
Now I remember when we first started dating, we went off to a little vacation.
Yo, Mr. Crown Royal.
Yo, Mr. Crown Royal. His show is on tomorrow at 6:30 p.m. Central. And like when we first started dating, there was, it's at 101. So I'm gonna want to pull the steak.
It's at 101?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, you're looking at the thermometer.
Yeah.
That we have over there. Let's look at the thermometer.
Plugged in, it says 101.
Nobody can see what it says.
Yeah, no one can.
Doesn't really matter.
I'm telling
we know what it. Yeah, we're telling you what it says.
I'm telling you.
Just believe us.
Time. And so, and the cast iron is already smoking. So at this point, I'm gonna like get. So the whole point of this is that I did this at a low temperature. It was at 200 degrees Fahrenheit, and it took about 20 minutes or so to get it to this. And so the whole point of doing this is to like slowly draw out the moisture from here. So that way we can get a juicier steak. So basically we're drying out a steak to make a juicy steak, which is, you know, weird. But, I do not have tongs. Tongs.
So we could have just probably put it outside earlier today too, because it's like 101.
Yeah, just like turned it into dirty
out
first.
there. Although I don't think that's how steak works.
Whenever you're doing medium rare steak, typically the beneficial part of it is that you just like throw it in the pan, sear it on both sides, and like get it cooked. Like that's kind of the whole point of a medium rare steak. But we're doing this low and slow. We did this at 200 degrees to get it to 110, so that way we drew as much moisture out that we could. We also dry brined this prior. I think I dry brined this at about like 11 a.m. today. We have this cast iron that is super hot here. And then also, if you're just joining us, there is some compound butter that I made with some Ancho chili powder, some roasted garlic, some lime zest.
It's what
a little
available.
bit of cumin.
It's
And
what
the
available
salsa
in the
is gonna
titty
be
shop.
what goes on top of the steak. We also have some coconut rice going for it.
It was asking if something was available in the TD shop.
What's available in the shop? Oh,
I don't know.
The thing that's available in the TikTok shop that I have, that I'm using today, is this rice cooker. I do have a video with this rice cooker. That's what I'm making the coconut rice in there. I will have this recipe posted because I love rice cooker recipes. Absolutely love it. Because I set this at the very beginning and I forgot it. It was 2 cups of rinsed jasmine rice. It's the Kasori. Very readable. And then it also comes with, you know, a little recipe book and whatever.
It's a pretty rad rice cooker.
Yeah, it's pretty rad. It's pretty rad. And then you can like easily just forget it exists. And that's one of my favorite parts too. But I'm hoping. So this is right at 100 degrees. You know what? I'm gonna get some paper towels and take more of the moisture that actually came off on it. Sorry. Wait, why am I apologizing to you? I'm not sorry.
Are you?
Are
you not? Are you sure you're not?
I'm not sorry.
Are you sorry about not being sorry?
Because the best thing for a sear, because we've done a similar steak before, like where we did this same steak and we did an ancho rub, and that's kind of what I was thinking about, but we were just cooking it on the grill outside. And so it was just on the grill for a few minutes. So I didn't want to add the ancho to this because I didn't want the ancho to burn. And so that's why I made the ancho powder. And all this has is the salt that it's been dry brining in there. So this is definitely a well thought out meal. I thought about this way ahead. So this is not a...
Rest assured, every one of Taylor's meals are well thought out meals.
Yes.
But look at that marbling on that steak, folks.
Now the flat iron, it's going to be kind of the second most tender as far as steaks go. It's definitely more affordable option as compared to a fillet.
It is meaty and tender, and
It's tender, it's flavorful.
You can get them marbled like this. You can get them marbled even better. You can get them deep dark red. You can get them pink. You can get them flat. You can get them fat. You can get them all kinds of ways.
This is 1.4 pounds, and I don't remember what you paid. It was like $18.
It was like $18 for that, which I think is pretty good by today's standards. And also, like, I value the marbling here, so.
Yeah.
I hope that works out.
Oh yes, it is a flat iron. That is what we're working with. Thank you.
Yes,
y'all, we appreciate y'all in the comments letting us know things. This is Ryan that's filming, and it's his first time filming and doing this stuff for me, and I do appreciate him being here. His show is going to be on Saturday mornings at 10:30 a.m. It's called Getting It In with Ryan.
So if I screw up this filming, I feel like my show's probably going to be kind of wonky, guys.
Ryan, you're always on the chopping block, because if I'm going to fire anyone, it's you first.
I know, right? Pretty exciting. Kind of hot. Just like this frying pan.
Yes. Now this is an induction burner that we have going on here, meaning that it is, you know, just something that's plugged in. However, it works with the magnetic energy of the pan. So if your pan is not magnetic, it will not work here. Oh yeah, the temperature of the steak definitely brought that down.
Harnessing the power of the magnetosphere.
Yes. So that's why you kind of hear almost like a fan sound in the background, because it's just electromagnetic waves. Got it. Yes.
Yeah. Alright.
So, I'm turning it on max sear. I don't think I've ever even used this.
Ooh, max sear.
Max sear.
Sounds like a,
Sounds like a spy name.
yeah, it sounds like an action movie role. Yeah, like lead character.
Kitchen spy.
Right. Like Thunder Gun.
Like an, or even like undercover boss. Like
Undercover boss. Ooh,
sear.
max sear.
Max sear too. Ooh, that's already coming up. Yes. I'm gonna go ahead and clean up some of this, but I do want to get the rest of my habanero salsa on here.
Oh yeah.
Because the point of the molcajete, yes, I could be using like a processor or a spoon or something to mix everything together. There's just something so magical about pressing the oils of the foods and stuff. It just releases the oils in just such a special way. I get asked it a lot, like, why don't you just use a food processor? Because this is magical.
Magical.
Trust process. Trust the process. Is going to go in with the mango salsa, and that's going to be what's served over the top.
Put it back to that meat.
Like
I'm just going to go over here.
Meat.
I'm just going to have a look at this meat.
I do want you to zoom in on the meat because I do got to get the cilantro for this next. Y'all, thank you so much for tapping the screen. We sure do appreciate y'all coming in. And if you're not following us, you absolutely should. We go live every single day, multiple times a day, with different content creators. My name is Taylor. I do Cutting the Mustard on Thursdays at 7 p.m. Central. But there's all sorts of different content creators on here doing these shows. And thank you for being a friend. See, that's why we pulled it so early. I did pull it at 100 degrees because I wanted to make sure I gave this plenty of time to sear. That was the entire goal. I wanted this to sear.
What are you doing with that molcajete?
Right now, I started with some garlic cloves and I added some salt to make that into a paste, and then I added the habanero. Now I'm adding some cilantro. And I think everything else I want to add fresh, and I'll add to the salsa. Alright, let's see how this looks.
You know, you can take another tiny little pan and set it on top of that as a griddle iron.
I can do that. Yeah, little tiny pan.
Little tiny pan.
Little tiny pan. Yes. Ooh. Hey, how much you want to bet the fire alarm goes off?
I was kind of thinking the same thing.
Yeah.
And it is loud, folks. Tap that screen if you want to hear the fire alarm go off. Nobody wants to hear that, actually.
Yeah, no one wants to hear the fire alarm, but it could happen.
It's a huge possibility.
We're kind of banking on it. I do like doing these when it's cold weather outside because, like, oh, yeah, no, the bugs are flying in.
Yeah.
If I open the door, can't do that in the south.
I think I saw one of them fly across the screen.
Nope.
So, if you're just joining us, you probably wonder why we're frying a frying pan in a frying pan. That's just how we get down around here.
We're going for a good solid sear on here. We dry brined this steak, which is a flat iron. We dry brined it, and then we did a reverse sear where we cooked it at 200 degrees Fahrenheit in the oven. And then now we are doing just the highest sear that we can on this. I made an Ancho chili lime butter that's going to go over the top of it as it rests. And then I'm making this habanero salsa to go over the top of it as well. So, with my happy spatula.
I think I heard the timer go off over here on the rice cooker too.
Oh yeah, no. The timer went off, but with rice cookers, you want it to sit for like 5 minutes. Oh, dude.
Did that? Yeah, there we go.
And perfect resting.
Oh, love it. Love it.
Perfect resting
It
place.
would be perfect if we had a trivet under it. Which I'm going to go get.
No,
Don't worry.
No, I'm
Trivet,
the chef here.
trivet.
Trivet to the left.
Trivet to the left.
Oh yeah, now that messy. We'll clean that up later. Yes, at the beginning of the show, y'all, I did make this compound butter where it's with the Ancho chili powder that I made, which I got the dried Ancho chilies.
What's the temp? Mr. Crown Royal asks.
What is the temp? Because we did pull it out of there.
I got 129.2, which sounds
120.
beautiful to me.
Oh, that's perfect.
128.8. And we might get a little bit from carryover.
Yeah, we'll definitely get some from carryover.
I never get what I want from carryover.
Yeah, right. You can't like really plan carryover as well as you think you can. But
Yeah.
I'm putting some of this Ancho chili butter over the top of it.
If I want 10 degrees from carryover, I get none.
I know, right?
If
That's when carryover's like, yeah, no, I'm good.
If I don't want 10 degrees from carryover, I get 20 for some weird reason. Some phenomena of the carryover situation.
Dude, this second cast iron was such a great idea. But y'all, this compound butter that I made, it was softened butter. I did some of the Ancho chili powder, which I did dehydrated Ancho chilies. I had made this powder days ago when I was doing something else, but it was dried Ancho chili powders that I got at the international market, and then I toasted them in a dry skillet just until they were just a little bit puffy, just a few minutes. Removed the stems and seeds, and then that's when I put them in my spice grinder, made a nice little powder out of it. Actually, this is what it looks like. An Ancho powder, very low on the Scoville. Very low. What Ancho is, it's essentially a dehydrated poblano, a smoked and dehydrated poblano.
That has ripened red on the vine.
Ripened red on the vine, yes. Correct. Absolutely. And so I made the butter with that, some lime zest, and then I did it was actually 2 bulbs of the roasted garlic that I did on
Yes.
there. Yeah, and made a compound butter of that. This would be so good on corn. The recipe is already posted on the site for FoodtokTV.
For the compound butter?
For the compound butter is in with the steak recipe. I just kind of nestled that in there. And I was like, you know, even if it doesn't get the full 30 minutes to set, because it could take some more time to set to make it more like butter formatted, but y'all, this would be so good on corn. I'm kind of upset I don't have corn. Ryan, why don't I have corn?
Because you said you didn't want me to get corn while I was at the store. When I asked you.
How dare you blame me for my own actions? We appreciate y'all tapping those screens too. We really do. We appreciate y'all hanging out in there with us. I know a lot of times when I use the induction, when it's loud like that, it's not always the most fun, but I appreciate y'all hanging in there with us. Because we do have that flat iron steak just resting. Because any meat you cook, you want to give it at least 5 minutes to rest. At least 5 minutes to rest.
You want to try to set off your fire alarm, which we did not, thanks to our fan in the kitchen.
So I'm actually going to switch this off now that I'm done with this. I'm going to do a quick little maintenance. Because we do have a thing, because Ryan does his show on Saturdays, and so we're always like, well, you know, if you do a show, you're got to be the one that cleans up after, and so, you know, I just want to show him how easy it is for me.
That compound butter melting.
Oh, yes.
Never mind what she's saying. Just look at that compound butter melting. It would be great on cornbread, Melissa.
Oh, that would be great on cornbread. Yes.
Red Wagon says it looks delicious.
Thank you. Which this compound butter, and you know, the chili that I used, even if you don't like spice, it's just a nice mild fruitiness. It's not, has a very, very low on the Scoville unit. So if you are a wuss with spice, I do recommend it. So that compound butter is going to last in our fridge about a week, but you can throw it in your freezer and it will last up 6 months. Although whenever people tell me that things last 6 months in my freezer, I'm like, cool, 2 years then. Because I typically vacuum seal my things. And whenever you buy a vacuum sealer, that's when they give you the little chart of how long things last in the freezer versus how long they last when you vacuum seal them.
It's a pretty radical chart.
Yeah. Like, we've eaten 2-year-old salmon before and it was great. I mean, it was fun. Like, if we're pulling out 2-year-old salmon, it's not because we're looking for the amazing experience. So we're not like pulling out our best recipes for it, you know?
It was, I mean, it was just like it was the day that you put it in there.
Yeah.
Yeah, to get a vacuum sealer.
Yeah.
If you like 2-year-old salmon.
We appreciate y'all hanging out and tapping the screens. Thank y'all so much. I got so many people from FoodtokTV on here. Y'all, Red Wagon Bakery, he said that she was commenting in here. She does her show on Wednesdays at 7 a.m. So if you're up early at 7 a.m., be sure you tune into that. I love her show. She sometimes cooks breakfast, sometimes shows us her delicious baked goods. She does run an LLC bakery over in Central Illinois. So check them out. We also have Mr. Crown here, and he does his show on Fridays. It's at 6:30 Central. Love me some Mr. Crown. They're always out there grilling.
Mr. Crown's all about some meat. He's always grilling up something good.
Yes. There we go, some cilantro. Oh yeah, I need to juice a lime too to go inside the salsa, because this salsa is going to go on top of the steak, and then I also have my cilantro lime rice, coconut rice, but I need some lime juice in order to make it.
Which is still in the confines of the rice cooker.
Yes.
It's doing its thing. We're not going to bug it yet.
Well, I like to open it after 5 minutes.
Taylor likes to bug it. And we're gonna bug it.
We're gonna bug it.
Nah,
what I did, this is 2 cups of jasmine rice that was very well rinsed. I'm usually not much of a rice rinser, but when you are using a rice cooker, you do want to rinse your rice. I did an entire can of coconut milk, and then I did 1.25 cups of some water, some salt, let it go for the setting that it sets. With your rice cooker, you have a setting. It also came with a little paddle too, because like whenever you're cooking rice,
if it gets bad, you gotta paddle it.
You gotta paddle the rice. I don't think that's the point.
No, we haven't had too many bad rices.
No, the paddle, like, so that way, because some people will fluff it with a fork, but this is just one of those like special rice paddles to like fluff it better.
To really send the message to it.
I don't know, man. Someone would report me for that.
Oh, yeah. Well, for sure. For sure.
Alright, so I am going to get some more lime zest out of this just in case. Because it's so much easier to zest a lime.
Thank you, Red Wagon.
Before you cut it. Oh, what did Red Wagon do? Did we get some presents?
Yeah, the best present of all. He said, Ryan, you're a great moderator.
Oh, that's a lie.
The best lie ever.
Y'all, please inbox me to give me true opinions about my husband, because he's not going to tell me.
I've not told you any bad ones yet. That's the truth.
Sorry, I got distracted by the steak. Because, I mean, like, look at that.
Doesn't mean I haven't seen any bad ones, but I haven't told you any bad ones.
I'm distracted by the steak. I don't care about your performance anymore.
That's alright. Melissa seconds my great job.
Oh, yay! Thank you, Melissa. Which I am trying to get Ryan to be more of like a FoodtokTV creator and trying to get him more involved. He does work like 50, 60 hours a week. So it's kind of hard to get him into all of our live shows the same way I am. But no, like when he started, it's like he knew so much about you guys before even starting just because of the way I talk. So he already knows you guys even though you don't like necessarily know him. But y'all, I appreciate you tapping screens. I appreciate you hanging out. The steak.
Oh yeah.
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 The steak again
shall we not forget?
Yeah. Shall we not forget?
Oh, what a steak it is! And that compound butter that's melting over the top. Would you please refresh everybody on what we're actually doing here? Like with the.
So that is
I have
a
no
flat
idea.
iron steak. I decided to dry brine it. Now, if you are dry brining a steak, try and do so at least 4 hours in advance. If you do it any sooner than that, then you're gonna ruin your steak. But what I did was I took the steak and I patted it dry, liberally seasoned it with salt, same way I would season it to eat it. And I put it on a rack, on a cooling rack in my fridge, let it sit. It was there 8 or so hours. And then when it came out, I patted it dry. I left it in the oven, very low oven heat, 200 degrees Fahrenheit, with the thermometer in there until it hit 100 degrees. And then I took it to the skillet to give it a nice sear. I was kind of hoping for a better sear, but on the other side, I feel like it's the better sear because we put the pan on top, which is what this pan is. And then the butter on top, it's a compound butter that we made with softened butter, Ancho chili powder, some lime zest, some cumin. Oh, and a bulb of roasted garlic. Yes. And then in here, I have some mangoes. I have, oh yes, I have some red onion, which I already have some chopped.
Yeah, we were eyeing that meat. But
yeah,
like we also have another thing
forgot.
going on over here. We have a, what do we have?
This is the mango salsa that we will be serving on top of the steak. What time are we running with, by the way?
I don't know, but it's currently 8:13.
Oh, okay. So I'm already... And just to make sure I get the... Should I add some ancho powder to the salsa, you think?
I don't know. That's a good question. That's
like,
one for you because you're the chef here.
Well, it is a mango hob, so I'm... Well, the ancho wouldn't really...
Oh, that's the thing you do to me, though. No, I don't know.
No.
What should you?
I don't know. What do you want to do? I don't know. Where do you want to go eat? I don't know. And then, like, as soon as you mention something, it's like, no, that's wrong.
Yeah, no, that's wrong. Oh, I don't know. What do you want? What do you want? What do you want? This goes on all day, folks. You know it.
You know what married life is like, folks.
You're probably there now.
This is the other thing I have on TikTok Shop, which, like, y'all, every single one of my salt and pepper grinders, like, before this, have always required, like, anywhere from 6 to 10 batteries, and then it goes dead within a month. I don't know why. It makes no sense, but these are USB rechargeable, and, like, my life has never been the same. I'm not saying that just to be like, ooh, buy things off me, but, like, no, seriously.
No, because, like, the older versions that, like, we had, like, we thought they were amazing, but they took, like, freaking 12 double A's. And
yeah,
then,
there was one of them that came with 12.
It's like literally a whole ensemble of it. This thing, like, weighed like a boat anchor. And, I don't know, it just seemed kind of inefficient. But since we have USB recharging, ooh, yummy. Mmm. It's good. Did you put habaneros in it?
Did you not get a habanero bite? Because there are 2 habaneros in there.
Hmm. I mean, I got a little spice.
There's 2. Do I need to put another?
I don't know. It might
Here, let's.
It might temper. I don't know.
I did also put like these peppers that are the same color, and then the habaneros are the same color. So it's like you don't know what's pepper and what's mango.
What's mango?
Also, I'm kind of playing Goldilocks here because I have 2 avocados I was wanting to put underneath my dish. And like this one I think is too ripe, that one I don't think is ripe enough. So we'll see if I'll be able to complete my dish.
Ooh.
Yay! Gotta get another bowl. Gotta get another bowl. Y'all, I never have enough things set out because you can turn it over here because like this is over here where we typically work. But whenever we're filming, that seems to be the, oh, I didn't turn off the oven. Oh. Hey guys, turn your attention over here where I didn't do the thing you're supposed to do when you're done with the oven.
Please look at all the mistakes.
Please look at all my mistakes. Welcome to FoodtokTV. No, seriously, welcome to FoodtokTV. We do live cooking content every single day. There's so many of us that are here multiple times a day that are doing live cooking content. This is my show, Cutting the Mustard. I am on every Thursday at 7 p.m. Central. Thank you so much for joining. And if you have any concerns for my cameraman, this is his first time filming me. Typically, I'm filming myself, and I have someone in the box moderating the comments. So y'all, please let him know what he's doing wrong.
Please. She also has her burner falling over here monitoring me as well. So, yeah, that's the thing.
I already got a paddle.
Did you paddle it yet?
I did not paddle it yet. Do you want to set down the phone and paddle it for me?
What about the rice? Yeah, I can do that.
I mean, just whatever you want to do. You can have the phone at me.
No, I want him to see me paddle the rice. Okay,
Okay,
yeah. It's probably
you,
no. It's probably better that I put it to you.
Yeah, because no one needs to know how to paddle rice.
Yeah.
You know how to paddle rice, right?
Yeah,
like
you guys know how to paddle rice.
Paddle. Paddle, baby, paddle, baby, paddle, baby, paddle.
No, they don't. We're just going to gently, kind of, you're not like trying to stir it or anything.
Please tap the screen.
Like jostle it.
Know how great Ryan is doing.
Fluff it. I don't know, man.
Be sure you're giving us a follow so that way you know when we go live, because you know what? Even if you're not a fan of this show, I'm sure you will be a fan of either of the shows happening tomorrow.
This is my contribution right here. Right.
Well,
Paddle that
you're
rice.
a great cameraman. I tease you a lot, but y'all, I tease him a lot, but it's because I love him, and I know he's doing a great job. This is very much so outside his comfort zone.
You don't know that.
Lies.
Lies. How can you be so sure? Well, it's kind of fluffing. It's fluffing.
Was it not fluffing before?
Yeah, I don't know actually how to use this device, but this is kind of my interpretation of it.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, you know, just like you would do. Yeah, no.
You gotta tap it on the rim, right? You paddle it, tap the rim.
That's great. I feel like you're doing.
I think it's good. I don't know. I'm not the chef here.
Yeah, you're not. It's Ancho dish.
It's Ancho dish. Oh.
Y'all welcome. Yes.
Taking it back.
Yes.
Love it. Love it.
Because like his very first show he did a couple weeks ago, he did like some brisket sriracha nachos, and I kept coming in trying to like assist him with stuff, and he'd be like, "Nacho show." Did I not bring the? Oh, I did bring tomatoes over. Just a little bit of tomatoes, just to I'm just doing a quick guac. I'm not doing anything super serious. You'll see why in just a second when I plate.
Butters from New York says it looks ready to eat, which I think is in reference to the rice that I was just.
Oh, into the rice? Yes.
Yeah, paddling up.
Well, they're wrong. No. I do want to add a couple more things to that rice. But I also know I'm cutting it close on time, which I always do.
Cutting it close.
On Foodtok TV, we try to keep our shows to be about an hour, but I am the general manager of Foodtok TV, and if I can't manage my time, I can't ask anyone else to as well.
Yeah. So
we're just doing a very quick guac. I just did some tomatoes, there's some garlic and some salt. I pressurized that, then did some tomatoes, smushed those a little bit, some avocado, a little bit of red onion, and we're just gonna smush it together and make it a guac. And Ryan didn't understand my vision when I said I had to do this, but I feel like this has to be done. I feel like you'll see once I do it.
I was wanting a salad, but I wasn't necessarily not wanting guac. So, you know, I'm still team guac here.
Yeah, I mean, this man has never turned down guacamole. He's not saying like,
never.
Hey, no,
never,
he's not turning down guacamole. I would hate to misrepresent you like that.
If you leave your guacamole sitting around, I will come and finish it for you before it turns brown.
Hey, Bumblebee. He heard yelling and wondered if the yelling had anything to do with his future with food.
He's looking at Brem. It's my future with food. Where's my guacamole?
Too much guacamole. I don't often use the molcajete actually. Like the molcajete is usually something that only comes out because Ryan wants to use it. And so today was the first day I was like, yes, I'm ready for molcajete action. This is what I want.
Yeah, I did not suggest it this time.
Yeah, no.
Ooh, let's see what we got here.
Yeah. Let me know.
Knife tip of guac.
Knife tip of guac.
Excellent.
So the last and final thing, because this is the rice, and it was the jasmine rice that we rinsed really well, coconut milk, water, and salt. That was essentially all we did. But I'm also going to be adding some, oh, I didn't chop any cilantro yet for it, but we can do that rather quickly. And y'all, the cilantro stems have the same flavor as the cilantro leaves. It's just a different texture. So don't throw out your cilantro stems. Use it when you're making like salsa and stuff. Things where the texture doesn't quite matter as the presentation of leaves. Y'all, we appreciate you tapping those screens. We sure do. I'm not here able to tap my own screens because I'm here chopping cilantro. Let us know in the comments how you feel about cilantro, because I believe it's 20% of the world that is just not okay with cilantro. Let us know how you feel. Which, if you're not cool with cilantro, please do not add any cilantro to your recipes. These are my recipes, but you can easily make them your recipes. You know what? I'm gonna add all the cilantro.
Oh, you should. You so should. Keep it.
Bench scraper.
If you're gonna add, and then you're gonna add. So you had lime there too for it, or no? Ah, oh, yes, yes, you do.
Which he already paddled for me, so this is already And it just being easy.
You're like folding it almost.
Yeah. And look, like this is a coconut rice that's super flaky grain by grain. It's not like a creamy coconut rice. Like you don't have to have rice soup just because you want coconut rice.
Butter said cilantro tastes like soap for her.
Oh, I'm sorry. I hope that changes for you because I hear taste buds change every 7 years.
Yeah, just don't break any mirrors.
Yeah. Alright. I think at this point we need to plate. Thank y'all so much for joining me. And thank you for being patient. This is Ryan's first time filming, so thank you so much for giving him direction as well.
Thank you for being so patient
that.
with me.
Also being patient with me because I've been doing these shows on FoodtokTV every Thursday at 7 p.m. Central on Thursdays. And you know what? I still need direction. Still need it. Ooh, I have this lime zest. Why did I not use that?
Oh, yes, yes. Get that lime zest.
Yeah, because the lime zest is more about the aroma.
Lime zest. Get it. Yes. Yes.
So let me get my plating action done. I also need to get a cutting board to slice this steak.
We also need to see this steak. So we also need to see this steak. What about that? That. Ancho roasted garlic compound butter. Did you put some cumin in there too?
Yes, and the butter.
Yeah, just settling so nicely over the top of the steak. It's beautiful.
We're still working on making this a great little showcase here. A little
molcajete guacamole.
Yes.
And then we have some cilantro lime rice. Yep, and it's going into
Which, as much as I would
right
like a white bowl to match everything else, it won't photograph well because this is white rice. Like, why would I put it in a white bowl? This will just be for photograph purposes. We are going to plate this on our own thing. Had to turn off the rice cooker, but on top of this rice, I also have some shredded coconut. Love me some coconut.
Ooh. Get out of here. And the coconut shreds.
If you have time beforehand too to like take some of this coconut and like add it to a skillet, add it nice and toasty, you can totally do that too. I did not even think about that possibility until right this moment. There it is. That rice right there. Now I'm focusing on the steak. Now when you're slicing a steak, you gotta cut against the grain. Oh, that butter melted so perfectly over the top.
Did it not?
Because I've done an ancho rubbed steak before where I like patted it with ancho powder, but because I was cooking this for so long, we did a reverse sear where we let it cook in the oven at about 200 degrees Fahrenheit until it hit 100 degrees before searing it. And because of that, I didn't want to use ancho because if you overcook ancho chilies, it can become bitter. So I decided to turn it into a compound butter over the top there. And so the grain is going this way. You can kind of see the little lines. You can kind of see it more before the butter's added to it, but like the lines kind of go this way. And you saw the way that the steak looked.
Yeah, everybody remembers that perfectly, right?
Yes. It's hard to cut this and be photographically sound here. Oh, but the ends are going to be the most over at this point. But chef snack. Cheers. Oh my gosh, it's so juicy.
Even the ends are amazing.
Oh my gosh. But like the end's the part that's gonna be the most overcooked. Oh gosh, that has so much flavor in there. Like it's just so juicy. So yeah, this is a little bit of tedious cooking. Whenever you're dealing with medium rare, typically you just throw it on the grill and go. But if you feel like, you know, taking your time with it.
Precisely an hour and a half.
Oh gosh.
I don't know. This steak took me an hour and a half to make.
Well, I was also doing other things, and I was also hosting a cooking show and stuff like that.
Oh yeah. Oh no. This whole entire meal took me an hour and a half to make. Not too bad, folks.
Yeah. So my vision of this was to.
Oh, mustard sauce will kick that steak.
Yeah, I surprisingly.
What Kyle Beasley says.
It would, absolutely. I feel like in order for this, you know what? We'll worry about that as we eat it. But
I won't be worried about nothing when I eat that.
Not worried about
nothing.
Not worried about nothing.
Nothing.
Y'all, this is so extremely juicy. And you know what? We could even add some more butter to the top. But you know what? We are adding to the top.
Sprinkles of love. Closest thing we got.
Closest thing we got.
Oh, yes.
This mango habanero sauce.
Please.
I'm gonna eat this because
Oh yeah, you want to see Taylor eat? Everybody wants to see Taylor eat.
chef snacks. That was way too big of a piece for me to shove in my mouth, so as we actually eat this, I'll probably cut this in the center to make it easier to eat. But I don't know what else I could add to this.
Home Cooking by Tim says it's some nice plate in there.
I think this is all I can do. I think this is
I think it's appropriate.
I did really want the guac on the bottom just to like kind of have that contrast too and kind of have that flavor here too. We also have this coconut rice that we made in the rice cooker. Super easy to make. It was super like just leave it alone while we focus all of our attention, paying way too much attention to these things. But y'all, it's decadent. I wouldn't call this a weeknight meal by far, but I would call it a, you know, a show-off meal. You know what I mean? I would absolutely call it a show-off meal. Because that's kind of what I like. I love the, you know, the weeknight meals. I absolutely love doing that. But my specialty is in the tedious cooking projects that you only do when you want to show off. Oh yes. Oh yes. Thank you all so much for joining in. Oh wow, we almost got to 20K. Yes. I'm just not. So no veggies tonight. We do have some veggies. I did have some kale cut up because Ryan said the same thing about like, oh, no veggies tonight.
I know, right?
I feel like the guac counts as veggie. I feel like that counts as veggie, but I do have some kale. I'm like, yeah, I'll make a kale salad afterward. And he was like, how likely are you going to do that? I'm probably not gonna do that.
She ain't making no kale salad.
But I haven't sliced and washed for later. So I will probably do that later, absolutely.
That was the only goal that I had.
Yeah, so we have guacamole under here, and then the steak over the top, and we do have a compound butter. with the Ancho chilies. There's some cumin and then a whole bowl of roasted garlic on there, which oh gosh, this compound butter is amazing, and that would be so good on corn. Like, I'm so upset I don't have corn for it. We have this mango salsa over the top. There's also some habaneros in there. There's some bell peppers, red onion. There's plenty of garlic in here as well. Of course, the cilantro. We have this beautiful coconut rice here. Yes, I did spend an hour and a half doing this, but you know, it takes time to show off. And I don't think I used mustard this entire time. I did not, but you know what? I'm the mustard queen, and just because I'm the mustard queen doesn't mean I throw mustard in things just cause. I do understand I could have done that, but thank y'all so much for joining us today. I appreciate y'all. I think I've done all I can do. Ryan, do you have anything more to add? Okay, he doesn't look like he has anything. Y'all, thank you so much for following. Be sure you follow FoodtokTV. We go live every single day. Multiple creators are on throughout the week. Tomorrow we have 2 different creators, so be sure you follow and hit the bell so you're alerted when we go live. If you like seeing my show, be sure you tune in on Thursdays at 7 p.m. Central. You can also find me at ketchupisgarbage or just by searching for the Mustard Queen. But until next time, thank you so much for joining. Happy mustarding. Oh, it's fine. It's fine. I'll show you how to end. You have to press this button up here.
Oh.
Yep. Oh, thank you for the follow. Bye-bye now.
Bye.